While pursuing your dreams, do you have any unfinished projects? In this segment of Jay's vlog, he looks at several of his unfinished projects. Last week, I mentioned that I'm a brainstormer and a dreamer, and that I jump from one idea to another. And one of the side effects of that is unfinished projects. And today I want to take a look at several of my unfinished projects that are in various states of completion because one day I will do it. Now, as a costuming fan and a Star Wars fan, this is one of my biggest unfinished projects right now. I started on my Mandalorian with the plan to join the Mandalorian Mercs well before Christmas. As you can see, I've got the helmet painted and dented up. I've bought many of the accessories. Started working on my blaster pistol, which is more done than I thought it was. I've got my flight suit done. All I really need to do is the chest armor, the gauntlets, boot covers, and a few other small things. So what is causing this to be an unfinished project? Time, a little bit of money, but mostly self-confidence. A lot of my unfinished projects are a direct result in low self-esteem, low self-confidence, not believing in my abilities. And one of the things that I've got to learn is that things don't have to be perfect. Yes, the Mandalorian Mercs do have guidelines, and I've got to try to meet those if I want to join the organization, but there is nothing wrong with this helmet. I look at it and I see the flaws that I have created in it. Let me show you another example of an unfinished project regarding that. Meet Tiger. This is a character I created a long time ago or had the idea of, and I just recently, within the last year, started working on a mascot version of him. And as you can see, I've gotten the head nearly done, and I still need to do the hands and the rest of the body. In my eyes, I'm seeing the loose skin, I'm seeing sewing problems, the eyes are off-centered. You know, there's that saying that an artist's work is never finished, and that must be true on almost everything. Once again, a few minor changes, and this is perfect for what I want to use it for. Self-confidence. For all the flaws that I can see, I can also look at this and see getting the stripes sewn in was amazing. Getting the foam to work to where I was able to create the face. There's so much more that I was able to accomplish in working on this than there is to fault. Much like Lab Rat here, still needs arms and to get the clothes fitted properly. This Lab Rat is a character that I've had in mind for about 2 or 3 years now. When I first wanted to create him, my intention was to buy him through a professional puppet company because I didn't have the skills to do it. One day, I just made up my mind. I can't afford the $200 or $300 it would cost to have him made. I decided to take a puppet pattern and try my best. I really love the way he turned out. Again, I can pick out flaws on him. The thing is, I got to this far, I set him to the side for a few days, and here we are months later. Originally, he was designed to be part of Lydia's lab. He still will be in some form or fashion. Another unfinished project is this character right here. Most of my unfinished projects are characters. Must be saying something. I still don't know if this is a dinosaur or a dragon, but this was a concept I had a while back that I actually had a friend draw. Like Big Bird, this would have been a full body puppet where I would lift my arm up for him to interact. My body would be covered in a shell. Left arm would be there. Legs would be created. And it would be a dino or a dragon in a shell walking around. Again, the self-confidence got in the way. In fact, actually, right now, I need to redo his eyes. His mouth plate, I used a material that's kind of difficult to open and close, but he wasn't supposed to be a talking character. You'll notice how big his head is. It's a little heavier to hold up than I had originally anticipated. This is a character that I really wanted to take to Comic-Cons and walk around. Another unfinished project I have that I actually don't have any physical evidence because I've repurposed what I started on, which would be Big Bird dressed as Robin from DC Comics, Batman's sidekick. That's another character, full body puppet. In many ways, this show is an unfinished project that I am slowly moving forward on. And the reason why I showed you the characters I did today is because I'm challenging myself to finish them, to make it part of Jay's vlog, to report updates later down the road, and to finally show off the completed project. As I said, a lot of my problems rely on self-confidence. confidence. I don't think they're good enough. So my first step is to finish these projects and to take them out. I guarantee you that the kids and the people that see that Mandalorian on Star Wars Day or Free Comic Book Day won't see the same mistakes that I see. Kids who see the dragon walking around or Tiger at an event won't see the same mistakes I see. And I know this to be true because I have taken puppets to Comic-Con. Puppets that I created that I didn't think were good enough, and the kids loved them. Mostly. Kids are either really scared of puppets or they really love the puppets. And there are those that just don't really care. But it's amazing to see something that I created that I don't think's good enough, and yet it brings joy to a child. In fact, there was one Comic-Con, this child must have been 6, 7, 8, I'm bad with ages, came up to my puppet, and you could see my face, and I'm not a ventriloquist. So as the puppet's talking, you could see my mouth move. This child didn't even notice me. He was telling jokes to the puppet, interacting with the puppet, looking at the puppet. Another Comic-Con, I took JD. This girl, probably around the same age, fell in love with JD, talked to JD, interacted with JD, totally ignoring me. Those experiences is why I want to continue working with characters. I just have to overcome the self-confidence issues. So what's the point of this vlog? Well, do you have any unfinished projects? I would like you to join me in finally completing some of these projects to get the satisfaction of knowing that they are done and to move on to the next project with more confidence. In fact, if anything's coming to mind right now, let me know in the comments. I'd like to follow you on your journey as you complete your dreams and your ideas. Until next time.